Greetings. My name is Jim Wickens with NFLDraftFanatics.com, and this is going to be a demonstration of a first-round challenge for the Minnesota Vikings. So if you are not familiar with our simulator, it's interactive, and what that means is player boards move based upon mock drafting, and a first-round challenge is a great way to make boards move fast. So I'm going to go to the team needs and scroll to the Vikings, okay? And to the far right of team needs is the player list. This player list is specific to the Minnesota Vikings. So this player list is what the simulator is using if the Vikings are on the clock, okay? See Drake May at the top. So there could be a Vikings user that traded up to go get him maybe. And if you trade up to go get somebody, there's a good chance they're going to be at the top of your draft board. And then you can see other players like Newton is sitting at number 2. So Newton got to 2 because Vikings fans mock drafted him to the Vikings. You can see Jared Verse at 4. Again, he got there because he was mock drafted to the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy is sitting at 5. Very similar. Fans are mock drafting him to the Vikings. And then you see some other players, maybe some more familiar names. Okay. And basically, the more somebody is picked, the more to the top they go. So if you don't have the chance to pick Marvin Harrison Jr., he's not going to be at the top. If you're not trading up to go get him, he's probably not going to be at the top. And there is a frequency aspect to it. So you have to trade up to get Marvin Harrison in a lot of mock drafts to keep him at the top. Okay. And this board is fluid. It's going to change every mock draft that you do. So don't look at this as I need to have explicit control of it. You need to know it exists, and you can use this to test what you've done, but you don't really have explicit control because a fan from somewhere around the world can come in and do a mock draft and change it. Okay, so let's go back to the simulator, and we are going to do this thing called the first round challenge. So we find the Vikings, okay, and we pick Vikings. We go first round fanatic challenge right here. We check this. And we enter the draft. A first round challenge is 5 unique first rounds. We're about to do 5 mocks. We're only doing 1 round mocks. The simulator will not let any of those 5 mocks be the same player. So I've got to have 5 different players that I like. Okay, so let's say from a defensive line standpoint, you like T'Vondre Sweat more than Newton. Okay, so I want you to observe Sweat is 84th on the player board. I just took him with the Vikings' first pick. Okay. The Vikings also need a corner. Okay. So let's say you're Tyrion Arnold already went. Okay. So let's say Wiggins is your corner of choice. He's currently 19th on the board. So even though McKinstry was there, I took Wiggins. Okay. So now it's saying, okay, Drake May fell. Okay. So it is testing you. If you don't pick Drake May, there's a chance he moves off of number 1 in the draft card. Okay. So I am going to take Drake May there. So if a player falls, whatever plan I had for that pick, if a good player falls, take him. Okay. If Jaden Daniels falls, do you take him? Okay. They also need edge in Minnesota. So you can see that there's some edges. You can see, like, here's Dallas Turner. He's currently 60th on the board. I'm going to take Dallas Turner. How does a player get to 60? If he starts at the top of the board and you constantly ignore him because you're choosing all those other quarterbacks, his value is going to drop. So don't take, well, he was 60th or this. If you want him at the top of the board, do a first round challenge and pick him. Okay, so another position of need could be offensive tackle. So who's the best offensive tackle here? Mims is currently 26th. So I'm going to take him, and I'm done with my first round challenge. So I said the 5 best picks for the Vikings were Sweat, Wiggins, May, Turner, and Mims. And just like that, 5 minutes in, I've done 5 first rounds already. I just moved the player board significantly. So if I go to team needs, scroll to the Vikings, find the player list on the far right. Let's take a look at what that player list looks like now. So Drake May is still at the top. Newton, was Newton at the top before? I don't remember if Drake May or Newton was at the top. But most of the top 3 look the same. Mims was a player I picked. He moved to 5th. Turner went from, 60th to 6th. Wiggins was a player I picked. He moved to 7. Sweat was a player I picked. He moved to 8th. Okay. So the simulator is using this player list in this order when the Vikings are on the clock. So if somebody's doing a simulation for the other 31 teams, when it comes time for who should the simulator assign to the Vikings, it's looking at this list. This list is controlled by the fans. Fans control the list by doing mock drafts. The more mock drafts you do, the more control you have. We just did a first round challenge, which is 5 unique first rounds, and we significantly changed the top end of that board. Okay. You have the ability, you can do as many first round challenges as you want. If you look at it as a new toy and you want to try it, go for it. Do a first round challenge. Give us your 5 best first round picks. Post it to Twitter. You can tag me in the tweet if you choose. I'm at NFL Draft Fanatic. There is no I in Fanatic. My name is Jim. You can call me Hey You, Hey Draft Fanatic. I'll pretty much answer to most things. I look forward to talking about the draft with you. Show us your 5 best first round picks for the Vikings. Okay. To do the second round, there's a second round challenge and there's a third round challenge. So the challenges do get harder as you go, though. So start easy. First round challenge is designed to be easy. It's designed to be simple. Let's get used to using the simulator. This is a different kind of simulator. You are mock drafting against fans of the other teams and the opinions of the fans of the other teams as far as what the player boards are. So the mock drafting experience here is going to be significantly more random and diverse than what you will see with other simulators. If you have any questions, again, find me on Twitter at NFL Draft Fanatic. Feel free to leave comments on the podcast as well. But definitely look forward to the ongoing draft dialogue for the next 4 months. It is late December right now as I record this. So we still have some football to be played. May have some playoff games in Minnesota to be played. But at the same time, can we start talking about who should we be thinking about for the Vikings in round 1? Let's do a first round challenge and have a number of fans do that. Whoever is the most frequently picked is going to stay at the top of the draft card. And that's what the simulator wants. So again, my name is Jim Wickens. I'm with NFL Draft Fanatics. Find me on Twitter at NFL Draft Fanatic. No I in Fanatic. Thank you very much and have a great day.